everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We all know the NRA is, how should I say this, a steaming pile of garbage these days when it comes to the Second Amendment. They're more worried about defending Wayne LaPierre's luxury trips and fancy suits than keeping the gun-grabbing government in check.
It's not a suit, it's an ensemble.
Even so, when I saw headlines that North Carolina's constitutional carry bill, which seemed so promising, was suddenly dead and at the hands of the NRA, I thought, no. I mean, they're bad, but they can't be that bad, right? Wrong. But don't worry, they're going to harass you by phone and email and snail mail and even pop up out of your bushes to ask you for more money anyway. But before I tell you about all of that, I want to thank today's sponsors. As always, Blackout Coffee Company is a huge supporter of the channel and the Second Amendment. They have all kinds of brews, including some that help 2A organizations like FPC and GOA fight for your rights directly. Check them out at blackoutcoffee.com/libertydoll. And also, thank you to Sonoran Desert Institute, who is sponsoring the channel for the entire month of May. If you're interested in a career in the ever-growing firearms industry, arm yourself with education. SDI offers online learning options from standalone armorer courses all the way up to an associate's degree. Visit sdi.edu or call 480-999-4767 to learn more. So, North Carolina was looking at a constitutional carry bill. They already have a GOP supermajority and just removed the pistol purchase requirement via veto override, so things were looking pretty good. And then suddenly the bill was just quietly removed before it could even get a full House vote and sent back to committee. And it was Republican leadership that pulled it. During the session, House Speaker Tim Moore said he was removing the bill from the calendar and returning it to the Rules Committee, which means it failed to pass the House before Thursday's deadline to move bills to the other chamber. Why Moore took this action is unclear, but Senate Leader Phil Berger told reporters that the earlier repeal of the pistol purchase permit, which was accomplished by overriding a veto by Governor Roy Cooper, was perhaps enough new gun laws for now. Okay, the new gun laws would have restored some of people's rights, so what he's really saying is that people have gotten back enough of their rights for now. We have passed a substantial bill dealing with some concerns about the Second Amendment, he said. We've done away with the pistol purchase permit, which was the #1 goal of many of the gun rights groups for a long period of time. I just don't know if there's a need for us to delve into additional issues dealing with guns and people's Second Amendment rights. Oh yeah, no need to defend people's rights. None at all. Which is a pretty bizarre take, and turns out isn't the whole story. He went on to say that he didn't just think it was the right time. So what made it not the right time? After all, with North Carolina's 2-year system, killing it for this year means it won't be able to move forward until at least 2025. Apparently, it was the wrong time because the NRA said so.
With that yellow-bellied sleazeball!
According to Moore, there was a difference of opinion on the bill. Particularly, the NRA didn't like the training and education requirement in the bill. It was put in as an amendment to get more lawmakers on board so it could survive a veto, but the NRA suddenly decided that this was the compromise they couldn't get behind. Sure, I don't agree with mandatory training either, but after everything else the NRA has given up, after every compromise they have made over the last 10, 20, 30 years, this is where they suddenly decide to stand their ground? Really? Paul Vallone, the president of Grassroots North Carolina, a Second Amendment group that supported the bill, said that the NRA was completely absent in trying to get this bill passed and only showed up at the last minute to kill it. DJ Spiker, the NRA's North Carolina state director, said in response that the NRA will never apologize for refusing to compromise on an issue as critical as constitutional carry. So I guess it's better to just not have it? Meanwhile, the NRA was perfectly fine with other states passing permitless carry that didn't include open carry, and in some states where it's still downright illegal. Some folks might argue that that's a much bigger compromise than requiring people to have some training when they carry. But some states are trying to push the NRA out of the training circle. The organization is dying anyways and going bankrupt and has severely cut back on their training arm. Maybe they figured that if they actually work hard and get back too many of our rights, they'll run out of fights and we'll stop giving them money. Though I have not donated to them in almost a decade. That is it for this video to get your blood boiling. Please like, share, and subscribe if you are new here. Don't forget about today's sponsors, and as always, stay safe out there in today's freaky world, and happy shooting.